If there's anybody that knows about injuries, it's me. So as y'all can see, my injury list is extensive, whether it be ankles, shoulders, knees, hamstrings, broken fingers, whatever injury y'all can think of, I probably had it, had something close to it. Any type of extra aid, meaning crutches, scooters, boots, no wheelchairs. No wheelchairs, but y'all get the point. As someone who's been hooping since I was about 9 years old, I'm now 25. I done been through some shit with basketball. Let's keep it there. You know what I'm saying? So in this video, y'all, I just want to share some of the things that have helped me bounce back from these injuries and just the overall process of what that looks like when you do get injured. I'm gonna get a story about my first injury that required surgery and how that ultimately changed the course of my whole life and how I think and who I am today. So to set the scene, y'all, I was 17 years old. I was a senior in high school, and at this time, I had no offers. Zero schools interested, zero schools looking, and this was coming off a junior year where I missed pretty much the whole year due to injuries to my labrum. I tore my labrum in my shoulder, and I strained 2 ligaments in my ankle. So that kind of put me out. I probably played like 5-6 games, but I was out the whole season. So, you know, for those who know, junior and senior year are major years for recruitment. So junior year, I pretty much, you can scratch that out, all right? So my senior year, I came back, I worked super hard, y'all, super hard. I got back in shape, I'm playing well, we're playing against these top teams, and slowly, schools are starting to come back. You know, we get to December, so it was early in the season. We get to December, last game of December, boom, hurt my knee. After the game, walking upstairs, I'm like, okay, cool, like, you know, it's not that bad. The next day, I could barely move. So now I'm kind of freaking out. I'm like, fuck, I'm a senior. Who's gonna want to injure? Senior, I already don't have nobody, like I really need to play. So I decided to take a week off, and we have a game that following weekend. We go play that following weekend. 10 seconds into the game, I have a layup. I land. Instantly I land, I knew something was off. I was like, okay, coach, take me out. 15 seconds into the game. So when that happened, I said, fuck, like I really knew something was off. So I go to the doctor, long story short, get the MRI, they're like, lateral tear meniscus and you need surgery. The surgery though is gonna put you out for 6 to 8 months. You're gonna be out for your whole season. I'm like, okay, what do I do? I'd already don't have no offers, you know, so I'm like, damn, like I really don't want to sit out this year, but I have to. So they send me down, I get the surgery. Injury happened in December. I didn't get the surgery till like late January, early February, you know, and I can really say that was like kind of the turning point and my first real life adversity that I really had to go through, and I think that's pretty much what changed it all for me. Before I continue with this video, please make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe if you like my face. Here's a smile for you guys. Like I was saying, it's my senior year though. The year goes by, I missed the whole season, and I'm just kind of in the dumps. I'm on the sidelines, I'm not playing. This is the first time I really have to take this much time away from basketball, which at the time was my entire life. When you took that away from me, it was like, well, damn, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't have any hobbies at this point in my life, like nothing. I think the hardest part was when we got to the senior activities for graduation. I was already feeling like I was falling behind because of to my basketball peers, because I wasn't playing anymore. Everybody was committing, posting, going to school, whatever. You know, social media for me back then was like a war zone. I couldn't handle it. Anyways, we do senior activities, and everybody's wearing their colleges they're going to, you know, the schools that they want to go to, and I literally have my senior jacket on, you know, and I'm smiling in, you know, some of these pictures, but I'm really hurt inside, which, you know, very few people knew, you know, and you know, you can imagine that's a lot to handle, and it was tough for a long time. It was really tough. And it took time and patience and me accepting where I was, but also being diligent and working and focusing on my own journey to realize that, okay, you know, it was necessary for the route that you needed to go, which is what we're gonna get into now. So, first things first, you get injured. It's gonna suck. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. First thing is to be kind with yourself and allow yourself to feel those emotions. Allow yourself to be sad for a little bit and feel that. Don't shove it away and be like, no, I'm good. I'm, you know, ultra, super. There's nothing wrong with, I guess, acknowledging the fact that, okay, this just sucks. Once you get there though, the next steps is what matters. And that is when you start to see the growth and you start to see the development of your mental, spiritually, physically, all of that. That's step one. I know as athletes, we can get in our head and we can be very critical of ourselves because we're a lot of times our own worst enemy, but this time I need you to be your best friend. Next tip I would give you guys when recovering from injury is be diligent with your recovery. Do it. The reps they say to do it, the sets they say to do it, because ultimately that is gonna make sure that you come back even better and that you don't end up hurting yourself again, which we don't want that. Step 3, this is 6, but appreciate this time away from your sport because it's gonna give you opportunities to develop different interests. And I know being young, people don't really wanna hear that because that's how we're trained to think, you know, ball is life, whatever you wanna call it. So I understand that it's not popular, but at some point, we're no longer gonna be these high-level athletes. So take time when you are gifted time away from the game to kind of explore different interests. Take advantage of that because you know when you're back playing and you're going 100 miles an hour, your focus is gonna be on one thing. For me personally, I know this is hard for me because I used to think that if I wasn't on basketball, 99.9% of the time I was getting worse, someone was getting better than me, and I wasn't dedicated. I found that as I've slowly started to find other interests and things that I like to do, that actually has helped my basketball game elevate even more. That's something that I would really encourage the young hoopers to take advantage of, is that time away to develop other interests, because ultimately it's going to help you're mainly focused on elevate as well. You understand? Because you have other shit that you care about. Fourth thing we're going to go over for you guys that I wish somebody told me about getting injured. Keep your eyes on your own paper. I know even more so now in 2025, it's a lot easier to be looking to see, okay, they're getting this now. Okay, they was here, but now they're here. Okay, they're ahead of me. No. It's cliche, but it is so real, y'all. Comparison is a thief of joy. And there's no way you can go as far as you're supposed to go on your own journey if you're constantly checking for someone else's journey. Yes, you know, you're injured at this time, but there's value in that. And it may not seem like it at first, like I mentioned earlier, that initial shock, it will suck. But over time, if you're diligent and your head is in the right place, you'll see that actually it was a blessing in disguise being injured, because you come back so much better. You develop your mental game, spiritual. You see the game differently now because you have all this time to watch. But you miss that focusing on someone else and what they're doing and what you're not doing. So your eyes on your own paper and just focus on your journey and your recovery, and you'll be back doing what you love in no time. Fifth and final tip I have for athletes coming back from injury is to be quick, but do not hurry. What do I mean by quick? Quick, yes, as I mentioned earlier, diligent about your rehab. Do everything that you're supposed to do, sense of urgency, but at the same time, you don't want to rush your process, because that is how we get sloppy, we miss things, we overcompensate, and that's how we get back injured again. And more times than not, it'll be even worse than the first time. So as much as we want to rush to get back on the court or rush to get back, you know, like I said, appreciate the time, like find the value in it, because there is value in it if you look for it. The last thing I would say is that just, you know, quick, a healthy sense of urgency, but we're also not trying to rush back and hurt ourselves even more, right? We want to make sure we're healthy because that's when we're most valuable. If you can't play the game, if you're not healthy enough to be on the court, you're not valuable to anybody. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. It was something that I know that I wish I had when I got injured. Someone to kind of guide me through it. And I did have support, but not in the same capacity that I'm telling you guys right now. So take it or leave it. Hopefully some of you guys find value in this and you take it, and you know, I'm curious to see how you guys' careers end up afterwards. If you enjoyed this video, y'all, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share to your friends. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.